Say hello.
Hello, hi. Good morning. Good morning. Here we are again. It's
Smile, even crooked.
uh, nice to see you, or nice to be seen by you, if you're seeing us. And I made some notes 3 weeks ago, and I wrote them down here, and I can't read my writings.
Oh.
So that's all right. We'll go with it anyway.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Good
One
thing.
of the things we were going to talk about was something to do with this book, and the book is called Soul Farm, and I haven't completely read the book, nor do I intend to, but what I get from it in reviewing it, previewing it, is this is something very similar to what we read in that bigger book
Ah,
that we call the Bible.
the Bible, huh?
Uh-huh. And what I'm saying about that is that what he says about it is that he's seen these huge spaceships, but he says he never reported them to anybody. That's number one. Number two was another huge spaceship, and he didn't report that to anybody either.
This is what Steve Kim says.
Huh?
This is what Steve Kim says. That's who wrote the book.
Yeah. And so what he describes in there is what these aliens in these spaceships told him. But you know what the mechanism was?
But
Telepathy.
telepathy. Okay.
Now you look in your more recent science books and so on, or even whole books written about it, is that telepathy is not something that is scientifically validatable to just sit down and do it. There is little tinges of it here and there are some people who can apparently do it better than others. That is, transmit and receive, and that's done with pictures and things with writing on them and stuff like that. But what we have here is somebody who's written a book on what his imagination. Oh no, wait a minute! His telepathy has told him. So, but I said imagination first, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah. So I'm not. I think it's a very strong case to anybody with a scientific mind that will approach it from a science point of view, is that it probably was a lot of imagination, and he's written it to tell people what his take on aliens is and how they transmit their information to us. So, there you have it, guys.
Cosmic advice. All your weapons of evil must be removed. The time for conflict is now past, and the race of which you are a part of may proceed to a higher stages of its evolution if you show yourselves worthy to do this. You have but a short time to learn to live together in peace and goodwill. Small groups all over the planet are learning this and exist to pass on the light of the dawning of a new age to you all.
Well, what number New Age is this?
Yeah. It's the New Age. It's the next one.
New
It's always
Age,
the next
New
one.
Age, yeah.
It's
we
always
need,
the next one.
Need a New Age. Do you have a New Age?
I mean, every year I get a new age.
New Age.
Every year I get a new age. So in regard to like the communication he has with these extraterrestrial beings, like it is telepathy, but what is
superior beings is what he
superior?
calls them.
Okay. So what are they communicating that's so essential for him to know?
Just what she read.
Huh.
Peace.
Interesting that she picked it out, because that's what he's trying to communicate, and that's why I said, there's other books that have been written for like what 2,000 years or
Right.
4,000 years or something like that. Yeah.
The time of conflict is now past, and the race of which you are a part of may proceed to the higher stages of its evolution if you show yourselves worthy to do this.
Yeah, see, that's the same stuff that you could pick up, probably 10, 20 books that will say that same thing, you know. If you're worthy of it, and here's how you get yourself worthy of it, you see. You gotta do all this stuff.
You gotta lay down your gun, not your guns, but your weapons.
Yeah, yeah. And
Be interesting, can we find that?
there's a,
Probably.
What are you looking for?
In 2000, I saw a Subject 2012 YouTube video on December 15th, 2017 for the first time, featuring a machine-generated voice of an alien, a supreme being, talking to humans in English by hijacking a live news broadcast on the Southern television in Britain on November 26, 1977.
It just sounds so sci-fi.
Yeah.
yeah,
It sounds like this guy watches or reads a lot of science fiction.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, man.
I mean,
That might
it's
be real.
it's weird because like science fiction ultimately becomes like the next existence, right? Like when you were growing up, Star Trek was big, and you were able to communicate via a device pinned to your shirt. Well, back in those days, you never would have even thought that would ever be reality. Now we have cell phones, and we're taking video calls in the streets.
yeah. Dell and I, that was my buddy, he's gone now, I had been to a movie and came back, and the amazing thing that somebody had landed on the moon.
Mm.
And a lot of people thought that wasn't true, but it was true, I thought. And so we were surprised. Here we were in,
I don't know.
in junior college.
Acuity paradox.
And first seeing that, see, I didn't see my first TV set till about 1953, and it was Howdy Doody.
So is enlightenment part of why we have technologically advanced so fast in the last 50, 40 years?
Yeah, the term enlightenment has several meanings, but the one is that
No.
your brain is you're seeing more things in reality or in supposed reality, that sort of thing. And so that would be enlightenment. And the other part of enlightenment, from the mystical point of view, which is what he's coming from the well, he has the telepathic information and all that, it would be enlightenment to us if that was a reality, if we could practice telepathy in a real way. For instance, I could, talk to you over through the air,
Right.
yeah, and through the wavelengths and all that. And you could talk back to me that way, and we could talk to each other that way.
That would be a level of knowing.
Or a level of knowing, and that's part of it. As the levels, they've talked about the levels of knowing for how long?
For always?
Yeah, forever.
Mark and I were in St. George, Utah, and we went on a hike, and there is petroglyphs there
Uh-huh.
on the rocks, and some of them are thousands of years old,
Yeah.
and they're ingrained in the rock, and there are pictures. We saw them ourselves.
Pictographs, yeah.
Yeah, of alien-looking creatures.
Whoa.
We saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can pick up,
What do you think? That stresses you out.
I believe that this Earth has been around for a short period of time in the cosmic scale, but long enough in our scale that like we'd be kind of stupid to believe we were like the first life forms to be here.
Right.
So like I believe that I also think that there's a lot of ancient history that has been lost, and like recreated by the
Or hidden.
victors, or hidden, or just lost to time. And like there's no written language of it, there's no written records, so there's a lot that we don't know about our history there is evidence of it, but we can't fully piece it together because we don't have all the pieces. So I believe that there are, and whether it's to say that alien life form landed here hundreds of thousands of years ago and has stayed, or whether it's new life forms. But if it's new, how are they getting here without us, like without our government seeing it with the technology we have, or do they know about it and they've just not said anything because that would raise mass hysteria?
No.
But I'm not so sure anymore that it would. You know, I mean, I think that people are at a point where their minds are more open, right, to
Yes
it.
and no, I don't know, because you got all these. I'll be honest, you got a lot of like. Well, see, I can't say that. You got a lot of really conservative people who are. I'll shoot anything that comes on my property,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then, I don't know. Like there are only. I think we're lucky to live in a place that's more open-minded. I think big cities typically are, but you get down in the deep south, not as open-minded.
Not
I mean,
so
I
much.
see something green walking across my lawn. I don't know that I'm going to go out and say, hey, but I also, at that point, would probably realize that whatever is going to happen was already pre-planned out, right? And I can't do anything to stop it.
Predestined.
Predestined, yeah. I think that you know, the government to hide it from us. So I was seeing the other day on the TV, again, it was just on the TV, so
What?
generated by humans. Genghis Khan told people that he was part alien.
Was he saying that to get a rise out of people though?
I
or to
don't
scare
know,
people?
because Genghis Khan, we talked to an Uber person one time that he, in the nomad people, Genghis Khan was a hero. And
he
and
conquered so much land.
so
He
much
was,
land.
yeah.
But the reason that he had to go on these massive killing sprees, which is what he's known for, is being a violent killing machine, is because his wife was killed, his children were killed, everything that he loved was killed.
He was vengeful and didn't have anything to live for.
He had nothing to live for. So he then started loving his people and needing them to have more land. And he is revered as a king and an incredible human / whatever. But yeah, in that show they said, again, it was a show, so you know, you got to put that into context. If in fact he was part alien, 16 million people approximately across the world have done that 23andMe, and they are related to Genghis Khan.
Yeah. You busy guy.
16 million people in the world would then have some alien DNA in them.
But how is that not manifested in?
How is that what?
What would having alien alien DNA look like though? Are we like, do we have supernatural powers?
I believe we might, and whether or not we are tuned in enough to like, I definitely am as normal gets, right? Average, well, person.
Very average.
But very average, very across the board average. However, I will say that I get some very, very, very strong feelings
Kelly, I feel like you're
that
above average.
come
I feel
to
like
pass.
you can't call yourself average. That's a slight to yourself.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm just saying they come to pass.
You can't be normal and average. So I mean, you got to choose one.
I'm
You know
normal.
what I mean? No.
No, wait a minute.
Okay.
You said feelings that come to pass.
Very strong feelings
Like-
that come to pass.
Yeah, well.
So that could be,
Precognition.
That-
that's right, that could be,
A
I mean,
clairvoyant.
Is that
I
a
would not be
prophecy?
surprised if I had alien in me, for God's sakes.
'Kay,
I
are-
definitely know our president
Are,
is.
are you guys ready
He's
for
just
this?
wearing a skin suit.
It's just a really badly dyed skin suit.
Really badly dyed skin suit.
Yeah.
And is that illegal to say, Trump? Huh? What?
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
book serves as an extraterrestrial guide to human enlightenment. The core premise in the book is that the entire content was virtually written, edited, reviewed, and directed by a select group of intelligent extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
This
and
book?
Steve Kim was acting as the conveyor of the information
And how
after
did
being
he?
contacted.
So he got contacted from like what his dreams? How did he? How did he become contacted?
Well, telepathically at some point. I don't. And he said he saw a spaceship, or did he go into the? Was he abducted?
Well, we just saw the spaceships, and there were people from the spaceships that eventually developed.
What does this guy look
Over
like?
the-
I don't know, but he's an
Over
Asian
some
looking
time.
guy. But here's what I don't want. I don't want anybody to go up my butt. So if you're gonna take me, knock me out like they do for a colonoscopy. Then I'm okay with whatever you gotta do to find out what you need to find out. But I need to be asleep.
I need
Okay,
painkillers
all right. The
after.
book reveals a conceptual model where Earth is essentially an alien-managed soul farm,
Yeah.
designed for human beings to gain diverse life experiences and involve their consciousness.
Did you read the book?
It's
No,
fantastic.
but I
I'm
had
gonna
to
read this
run a
book.
summary.
Are we a soul farm?
AI ran a summary.
I
of
don't
it.
like the word farm next to soul. But
Are we? So we're living in a soul farm. Does that
AI
mean that
ran a
when
summary?
we're
Yeah.
done being farmed in the
Of that
soul, we
book? Of
become
that book, yeah.
extraterrestrial
I plugged it
beings?
in.
Are we like?
it's a hell of a thought.
Are our souls being groomed so that we are advanced and enlightened so that we can become an extraterrestrial being eventually?
I hope so.
And
Is
off
that-
of that, is this our school for that?
I think that's exactly what he's saying.
And then mass
Yeah,
murderers, serial
yeah,
killers,
this
whatever,
is-
just like they get axed because they kill people, and we can't put that into an extraterrestrial being. Like, how does that work? Because we've got a lot of criminals here that don't deserve to be
Alive.
farmed. Yeah,
Well,
they
I'm glad
don't
you
deserve-
asked, because this also covers another piece of the book. It's called The Purpose of Life. It aims to logically explain how the universal life system works and the core concepts behind it to provide a path for humans to achieve instant enlightenment and become a better person. So he basically says this is a playground.
Reincarnation.
Soul farm.
Yeah.
Read this book. We're going to.
We're going to.
We're going to read this book. That's him right there.
Well, you
I need
could
to
read
more about
Isaiah.
him.
You could read Daniel. You could read Genesis. You could read Exodus maybe. You could read Solomon. You could read Kings. You could read the first 4 Gospels, and they all tell you that same thing.
I will tell you from a fresh mind, a 10-year-old mind. The question was asked to his mother, so wait. If we all came from Adam and Eve, does that mean then that we're all related? That is a fresh view, because the answer is yes. If you were to go by the parable of Adam and Eve, and that we're all brothers and sisters, soul-wise, a 10-year-old has a hard time wrapping their brain around that.
But also biologically, if that is your philosophy on like we're all brothers and sisters, if we're all related, then biologically speaking, we'd all be related, and we're not.
Right. So how do I feel like I've known you forever? How did my husband's grandmother feel like she knew me forever?
Well, that's
Sometimes I think there's like soul connections, twin flames, stuff like that, which is not necessarily like.
It's weird though when you
Yeah.
meet somebody and you feel instantly like you know them.
reincarnation is one answer. Karma is another answer.
So then, does that go on to like say that people who are destined to find each other life after life after life will?
they may not come back again for 1,000 years.
So then is your soul just constantly looking for those connections? Like for those connections that they've had in previous lives? It's kind of a beautiful thought.
It is a beautiful thought. And what if your soul is needed for that other soul? What if the other soul needs you?
We just
Right,
search
like-
and search and search.
Like, you know, not to get all weird or anything, but, you know, as much as he drives me absolutely freaking nuts,
That's all
my
right.
husband I
Get
have
weird.
known for eternity. My current husband. I have known him forever.
Say current.
Current.
Don't say
The ex was an
Don't-
alien.
don't
There's no question. And he was bad.
Do you feel like an alien there, Mark?
No, that guy's not an alien. I had to say current. Yes, I was married once before.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
Kelly, write a book.
This,
I'm not an author.
yeah. You know what? You know what's
Not
crazy.
until you write a book.
You know what's crazy, Ivan, is like you're exactly right. Like looking at the summary of this book, you know, he's basically saying, "Hey, I had this experience," and then essentially it goes right back to the core concepts that were presented in the biblical texts
Yeah.
of like, do good and you will be rewarded later
Rewarded.
in life.
Yeah.
Do better, become better, seek enlightenment,
Why
do
is this
unto
book
others.
not more popular?
Pray.
Because it scares people?
No, because books are unpopular right now.
Books are
That's a whole
unpopular.
nother episode. But I think it's really hard. Books are having a really hard time gaining traction right now.
Is
And
that right?
Yeah. The long form content is just hard to compete with. You know, everyone's competing with. It's right now they call it an attention economy, meaning like our attention is so in demand all the time, whether it be television, phone, whatever, that books being a long form content are not as in desire because you can get a quicker dopamine hit by getting on your phone. Or I could read the book or plug it into ChatGPT and get the content and get the
yeah.
concepts in
And
5
you know
minutes.
the whole book.
Well, I mean,
But I mean-
I know the general.
Yeah.
I know the general.
The essence of
The
it.
essence of it, right? So I think that's why books are having a good. I mean, I'm still trying to force myself to read, but I think, yeah, I don't think it's a very popular happening in our society right now.
Which is kind of sad because it's good for the brain.
Is it good for the brain, or is that just the way we used to do it back in the day? So that makes it more familiar.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't have the answer.
Yeah, it's like you sit down in your living room and say, "Tell me a story," and your wall said, "Well, what story would you like to hear?" And so you tell the wall what story it is you'd like to hear. You say, "You know, I forgot a lot about Psalms. Can you tell me about the Psalms?" And or Genesis has more data in it. Tell me about Genesis, and so your wall tells you the story. You don't have to read. You just have to know what you're going to ask, and that may have to come from reading. But you know, but you're going to have just like your clock or your cell phone. It talks to you. You just ask it a question and it talks to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you looked up AI
Mhm.
on this particular subject,
Yeah.
and it talks to you. You
Is
don't-
Elon Musk
You don't have to read much, just the synopsis.
Elon Musk is a crazy person.
does he bleed green?
I mean, I don't know. The Amber kind of had a hypothesis that he may be an alien, and or an AI. Very well could be.
Oh, God.
Very well could be. I mean, who knows?
What if artificial intelligence actually stands for alien intelligence and we have just turned it
The
into
big reveal.
artificial
Yeah, big
intelligence?
reveal.
But it
yeah.
is actually alien intelligence.
Yeah,
It's right there. It was right there all along. How did we not catch
could
it?
be synopsis. Yeah.
But where did the term, like the verbiage of AI come from?
So,
That's only like that language has only come about since when?
so what are you going to do with this? Are you going to
Read the book?
read the book and say, oh, this is a new gospel.
No.
And go, oh, you're not going to do that?
1955.
This is a synopsis of the old gospels then.
Well, I think the gospel is an amazing book. I do. I think if all the books in the gospel but some of them were left out because of power and greed, but by kings and what certain people wanted the human to know, like Book of Enoch is left out, right, of the Bible.
That was before Noah, yeah.
Yeah, so if you can't throw away one book and replace it with another, what if you just go in addition to this book, there is another book and another book and another book. Look, there's two rules, which this says and the Bible says, and people get all stuck in the letter of it instead of the two basic rules, which this book even says. So put this with the Bible. Love God, whatever God is to you, right? Whatever God is to you, love God and love each other. These are the two things that we do to achieve complete enlightenment and love. Love me and love each other. Whatever God is to you, right? Whatever God is to you. Because there's all different ways that people hold
Looking
God.
at it, yeah.
Some, Jesus Christ, this, that, and the other, and Buddha, and all that. Love God and love each other. And that's what that phrase in there says. Drop down your weapons and love one another.
I mean, you can write a book and only write that in it?
Well, if I wrote a book, Dad, I would call it The Book. And you would open it and it would say, Rule 1, love God, parentheses, whatever that is to you. Number 2, love each other. End.
It's more of a pamphlet.
Or first
Put the pictures on.
first rule, like Mr. Miyagi says, the rule is first rule, coyote, not coyote, but
And now the bike and then keep
what
going.
is it? What is it?
It doesn't matter. What do you say?
It said in the dojo. It had rule 1. It's only for self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Rule 2, first learn rule number 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of defense if they come down and decide to.
Oh no.
You're just going to have to lay down and
Which
say.
is kind of what you want, right? If you're gonna come down and have judgment, like you don't want to be able to like attack the rule breaker.
No,
or
I don't feel like that's the right
law
move.
enforcer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
It's
Just,
like,
okay, shoot, darn,
maybe-
didn't learn it.
Maybe you shouldn't have been shooting.
Each other.
In,
Maybe you guys should have listened.
maybe
Maybe
not.
we've sent you lots of movies and hints, and you people here on this globe are not getting it. So we're gonna get it for you.
What do you mean by you people? Whoa.
All
whoa,
y'all.
Whoa. Okay, all y'all.
Well, good day, Dad. That's a good day.
Humans.
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 Okay. Hey, thanks for joining.
Yeah?
Buy this book, read it, or you know what? Just Google the first page of it.
No.
Cosmic Advice: Alien Voice Hijacks Live TV Broadcast
Mr. Kim would not be appreciative of that.
by Steve Kim.
Well,
Well.
Good job, Dad.
bye.